This is the final video in that series. So far we've come up with a good thesis. We've come up with a couple of paragraphs for my outline. If you were doing this, you would essentially have all parts of the thesis developed into one particular outline. But now what I want to do is I want to show you how to actually take a particular piece of your outline and turn it into a full paragraph. Okay, so I have this. Now I'm going to open up, pretend like this is a new clean sheet of exam paper. And then I have my outline here. I'm going to start with my point, right? So my point is, so pretend like you have written your intro and thesis up here. Actually, we can just copy and paste the thesis real quick, just so we have it as a placeholder. And remember that the intro and thesis are tied together, right? They are this part of the same thing. You can watch the next video to figure out how to do an introduction for this, okay? But then this would be the first paragraph, first PEAL paragraph, which I'm actually not going to do. I'm going to do my second PEAL paragraph. And then here would be my second PEAL paragraph, and this is how I'd start it. Here's my point. Douglas initially compares the white stone to a white woman sensually eating ice cream in the middle of a crowd of men. That's my point. If I go back to my outline, remember I'm doing my second paragraph, this is what I have. Stone is a woman, has a sexual and sensual characteristic, so I'm being a little bit more specific. Okay, but I've got that taken care of. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and you're going to notice this is going to be a change up from what I've been saying in class, but it's basically the same idea. I'm going to write my piece of evidence, then I'm going to write the analysis for that piece of evidence, then I'm going to write another piece of evidence, then another analysis for that piece of evidence, so on and so forth. Okay, so watch how I do this. First piece of evidence needs to be incorporated in a complete sentence. Douglas describes the woman eating by saying, slyly red lip on the spoon. And that's line 4, and you just need to write the line number in parentheses. Okay, now I'm going to do analysis. What do I notice about this line? The imagery of the red lip. Notice how I'm saying imagery and I'm identifying exactly what the image is. The imagery of the red lip focuses readers on a specific body part of the woman, which, being red, is highly sensual. So I've identified the imagery, I've identified what the specific piece of imagery is, and I'm explaining the effect of that imagery, right? It makes it highly sensual, and it makes us as readers focus in on that particular body part. Okay, so that's how you do a good sentence of analysis, right? I'm not just saying that Douglas uses imagery in this poem. That's just recognizing it, right? This is actually unpacking the imagery, right? Okay, my next line. Then it says, this line continues into the next stanza when Douglas states, slips in a morsel of ice cream. Okay, so now I'm going to analyze again. Douglas enhances the sensuality by using sexual diction and also giving the readers a chance to figuratively taste what the sensual woman is tasting. So there's my analysis again of that particular line, right? Talking about the kind of diction, not just saying diction, I'm saying a kind of diction, sexual diction, that slips in idea, and also giving the readers a chance to figuratively taste what the sensual woman is tasting. That's the imagery, right? Okay, last line I want to analyze. Finally, in line 8, Douglas draws attention to the color red again by describing the woman's carmined fingernails, again emphasizing the sensuality of color and body, especially juxtaposing the color red with the milky white of the woman's skin. I use the word milky white. I need to cite that. That's in line 6. Okay, so there's my last piece of analysis. Now I'm going to use my link. For Douglas, the woman is meant to be a sexual center of attention. Boom. Got my PEAL paragraph. So let me just quickly highlight. Here's my point. It's going to be yellow. Here's my first piece of evidence. Evidence is going to be fuchsia. Here's my analysis. That's going to be green. Got another piece of evidence. It's going to be fuchsia. Got more analysis. Green, fuchsia. And you see I've tied this analysis together. And then I have my link. Okay, so I have my point, evidence analysis, evidence analysis, evidence analysis, link, which is totally acceptable to do. And this is one completed idea because it's all proving this one main idea. Okay, so that is how I took this initial outline and turned it into a full PEAL paragraph.